What is going on, guys? My name is Chaotic and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 video here on my channel. Now, as I'm sure you guys know, there are plenty of pointless and useless things in GTA Online which don't really serve much of a purpose, but easily could with a few small changes. And that's why in this video, I'm going to be going over the 7 most useless features in GTA Online. So let's go ahead and get straight into things. Okay then, so to start things off, in no particular order, let's begin with the apartments. Now don't get me wrong, the apartments are a cool feature in GTA Online, it certainly wouldn't be the same without them, but unfortunately they don't really serve much of a purpose and there is no real use behind these. Sure, you can invite friends around, you can chill with them, you can hit the bong, you can change your clothes in the wardrobe, and so on, but these are all things you can do in other locations around the map. I guess the only real thing exclusive to your apartments is the heist room where you can set up your heist. But apart from that, these apartments serve no use or purpose whatsoever. Which I think is a shame because there is certainly a load of potential with these apartments, and I have talked about this in the past, a long time ago in fact, probably well over a year ago, on how these apartments could be more useful in GTA Online, just by adding the most simple of things. And even having the ability to customize our apartments so we can create our very own unique living space where we can purchase furniture, we can move it around and place it where we want and things like that. It would also be nice to have a few mini games too in our apartments, things like darts, a pool table and stuff like that, maybe a few arcade games as well, just like Don't Cross the Line, which of course features on the TV in our CEO offices and stuff like that. And seeing that we're talking about these CEO offices, these are also a pointless feature in GTA Online. They were certainly a very cool feature when first added last year into GTA Online, but when you think about it, there is no real purpose or use for these apart from the computer inside where you can buy and sell stock for your organization warehouse and of course import vehicles. But apart from that, there is nothing inside this office that you can really do apart from of course play Don't Cross the Line on the TV like I mentioned a few moments ago. And let's face it, they aren't exactly cheap either. The cheapest one starts off at $1 million, and that's before you even customize them. If you purchase the most expensive one in the Maze Bank building and then customize the interior on that one, you'll actually spend over $6 million in total. But what's even more annoying is that you can technically give these a use by getting a CEO garage, but that will cost you even more money on top of buying the CEO office. Moving on though to what could possibly be the most pointless thing in GTA 5 ever added, those being the 2 golden deluxe vehicles, the Luxor Deluxe and the Swift Deluxe. These of course were both added back in 2015 in the Ill-Gotten Gains update, and weirdly when these were both added into GTA 5, loads and loads of people went out and purchased these despite the fact the Luxor Deluxe cost $10 million and the Swift Deluxe is $5 million. People went out and bought these just to make a statement and prove they had loads of money in the game. But I guess the joke is on them, it's a complete waste of money, there is no advantage really to having these, and there is no real difference either apart from the ability to smoke a cigar and drink champagne when riding in the back. But let's face it, 9 times out of 10 when you're flying these, you're going to be the pilot anyway, so you can't really use that feature all that much unless you have loads of friends that you want to fly around with. But in regards to their differences to the standard versions, well, the standard versions are a fraction of the price, they're the same speed, the same size, and have all the same features. So there we go, a complete waste of money and have no real purpose in the game apart from the ability to tell other players in the lobby that you've wasted your money on these vehicles. And then as for the Tugboat, another completely useless vehicle in GTA Online, which is a shame because there was loads of hype around this vehicle being added into GTA 5 after it was featured in GTA 4, but unfortunately in the game it is completely pointless, it is a complete waste of money, it cost you over $3 million to buy this, and do correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Tugboat is the slowest moving vehicle in the game. And what's even more annoying about this vehicle is that there's loads of space on the back of the Tugboat for a few cars, maybe a helicopter or something along those lines, but when you place anything on the back of the Tugboat, it makes the entire vehicle just glitch out and flip over very, very quickly. Moving on though to something which isn't only completely pointless, but also very, very annoying, that of course being the constant phone calls. So for example, right now in the gameplay, my assistant is calling me just to remind me that I can access the vehicle cargo update on my computer, or I can purchase a CEO garage, and I get this phone call every single time I log into GTA Online. And trust me, it is so annoying, and there is no way of stopping it at all. Of course, we have our good friend LJT calling up every 2 minutes or so to remind you to get back to work and do some biker business stuff. Of course, you've also got characters like Ron and Lamar as well, who also call you up to remind you there are missions to play and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure there is no one out there who, after listening to these phone calls, thinks, actually yes, I will go and play a Ron mission. Or yes, I'm going to go back to work right now because LJT just called me up and reminded me to go and get some drugs. So there definitely needs to be a feature in-game where we can disable these phone calls. Moving on though to useless feature number 6, this being the gang attacks. Now I'm pretty sure no one goes to these locations and participates in these out of choice and for fun. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure most people participate in these gang attacks simply because they trigger themselves when they're in the vicinity. So for example, this construction site went right by here. All you have to do is go inside the red gang attack circle for it to start. You haven't got to do anything else whatsoever. And it's the same with pretty much every gang attack anywhere around the map, no matter what time of day it is. Just go inside that red circle, be there for a few seconds or so, and the gang attack starts. And there is no way of stopping it. Again, it would be nice to disable this, maybe have a feature in the interactive menu where we can stop the gang attacks from triggering if we're inside the circle, and only do it then out of choice. But even then, there's no real reward behind even doing this. The payouts in the terms of cash and RP are so low, it makes it completely pointless. So there definitely needs to be some form of bonus behind actually doing this to make it worth it. But moving on to the 7th most useless and pointless feature in GTA Online, which could in fact be very useful with a few minor changes, this of course being the mental state. The mental state, of course, displays a skull on the map for those players who have a high mental state, basically someone that goes around and kills lots of people. But unfortunately right now, the mental state goes up even if you kill pedestrians and random cops. So these players with high mental states might not kill any other players in the game, they might be completely friendly to other players, but because they go around and kill loads of AIs and police officers, they have a high mental state. And basically what the idea of this is that if you see someone in your area with that high mental state, it basically means watch out for these people if you don't want to get into a fight. But surely the way that it should work is the player should only have a high mental state if they go around and kill other players in the game. Not pedestrians, not random AIs, not these police officers, just players. Otherwise, it makes this feature completely useless like it is right now. Anyways, with that being said guys, that's pretty much it then for this video. Those are 7 of the most useless and pointless features in GTA Online. I'm sure you guys can think of plenty of others though, things like the yacht, sure that's pretty pointless as well. But if you guys have any really cool ideas, but if you guys have any suggestions, go ahead and leave a comment right now. It would also be greatly appreciated if you guys could also drop a like on this video as well, as it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'd recommend that you do, because I upload all the latest and the greatest Grand Theft Auto 5 content. So as always guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.